Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today here bringing you some more Go Battle League battles. Today we're hopping into the Open Ultra League. Apologies for the delayed content. I had a lot of things going on my side for the last week and a half, but everything seems to be now settled, so should be definitely bringing out some more content for you guys. Today we have battle submitted by a member of the community by the name of GerhardBlom. He's actually an amazing battler. He's actually running a team of Skuntank, Excel Skuntank shall I rather say, and then he's also got Shadow Machamp as well as Sirfetched there. I must say Sirfetched and Machamp quite spicy there, as well as Skuntank there's a lead. Let's hop into this battles and see how well he's done. In the first matchup here, we got Skuntank against Typhlosion. This is somewhat of a decent matchup. Typhlosion does actually hit quite hard with his blast burns. He gets to the crunch before he gets to the blast burn. The opponent does shield it. The opponent now going to fire for charge move. He's going to definitely shield it on his side. It is the blast burn. He needs one more now. He switches out into Shadow Machamp. The opponent now gets to the charge move before he does. Does look like a CMP. It seems like Typhlosion wins CMP against Machamp there. He's going to now undercharge it, but let's see if he does take it out. It barely takes it out, and one more counter should take it out. He now comes in with now a Heracross. This is not good for him. He's going to go straight for the hard hitting move, which is the payback. It is resisted but should do a decent amount of damage. But the opponent actually does shield it and was a CMP tie, so that's actually good for Mr. Blom. He throws a rock blast to take him out, and now he comes back with his Skuntank. He should get to the sludge bomb, but it is a CMP tie. Let's see if this is the rock blast again. It is. It doesn't take him out. Does basically next to nothing to this XL Skuntank, and then the sludge bomb does take him out. He now comes in with his wall rain, and this should be GG's. He's got Sirfetched in the back. He's gonna go straight for the leaf blade here. This should do a decent amount of damage. He's gonna see if he can get to a charge move. Is this the earthquake? Even if it is the earthquake, he doesn't take out Sirfetched surviving, and that should be GG's. Very well played. Coming to the next matchup, Skuntank against Meganium. This is a very good lead for him. He just needs to watch for the earthquake here. Opponent now going to charge up. Going to throw now his charge move. He's going to shield. I think it is going to be the earthquake, and what a good shield it is actually the earthquake. He's going to now overfarm and throw this crunch. Let's see if the opponent wants to shield on his side, and he no shields, knowing that he can't do nothing. Opponent now going to fire for charge, but I think this is definitely the frenzy plant. He no shielded, and that's a very good no shield. Does nothing, actually does nothing to him. He's gonna now throw this crunch here. Let's see if the opponent does shield it. He doesn't shield it, switches out into his Sirfetched, hoping to at least preserve the Skuntank there. Opponent gonna fire for charge move with the hydro cannon. He no shielded at this leaf blade. Now is gonna fight off. Let's see if the shield. The opponent does shield it. He comes in with his own Machamp. He can barely get to the leaf blade there. He's now gonna come in with the Skuntank. Opponent gonna fire for charge move. This definitely should be the cross chop. He shielded. Gonna overfarm slightly and go straight for the crunch. Let's see if the opponent does shield. This thing is in the sludge bomb, and he does shield it. That's good for him. He's now gonna fire for charge move. This should take out his Skuntank. Now it's all up to Shadow Machamp to try and close this game out for him. He's gonna get hit for the first charge. I don't think this will do much damage, but because it's Shadow, brings it just past half, he can farm down. And now this cross chop should definitely take out the Swampert, and that should be GG's. Very well played. Coming to the next battle here, we have Skuntank against Scizor. This is not good for him as his poison jabs are resisted. He goes straight into his Machamp. The opponent now meets him with a Hariyama. That's quite interesting. I haven't seen Hariyama in the Ultra League. He's going to now fire for his charge move. The opponent does shield it on his side, maybe not knowing what charge move he has, or because he sees the shadow he's scared and then decides to shield it. He double shields it. That's quite odd from the opponent. He can now safely no shield this and come in with Skuntank and look to farm down and maybe have at least a crunch stored for the Scizor. Opponent now going to fire for charge move. Let's see if he wants to shield. He is going to shield. Is a dynamic punch, would do a decent amount of damage to him. Can he get to the farm down before he throws another charge move? And he can. Opponent definitely going to come back in with the Scizor, but actually it comes back in with Mach. I think it's also a good answer for Skuntank, or won't take any damage basically from his charge move. He switches out now into his Sirfetched. Opponent comes back in with the Scizor. This should be a nice flash, I'm sure it is, which he does end up shielding. He's going to go for the leaf blade. I think leaf blade not really a good move there. Should have maybe gone straight for the brave bird there. He's going now for the leaf blade again. Maybe not wanting to allow him to farm down the Sirfetched, because once it's debuffed, it becomes even more squishier. Opponent goes for the Night Slash, so quite odd there from the opponent. Can he get to this leaf blade? Which he can. This should do not a decent amount of damage, but bring it in range where the sludge bomb now would take him out for sure, and that should be GG's. Very well played there. Coming to the next matchup, we have Skuntank against Sylvia, and this is a great lead for him. he's dealing super effective while the Sylveon's dealing neutral damage. Opponent switches out into a Swampert. He's got the perfect answer for a Swampert. He's going to come in now with a Sirfetched. One Leaf Blade should definitely take out the Swampert. He's going to throw it immediately. Let's see, the opponent does shield it on his side, and the opponent does shield it. It's okay, he can safely shield and definitely get to the Leaf Blade before he throws the other Hydro Cannon. Let's see if the opponent does want to go 2 shields down on his side here, and the opponent does shield it again. He's now gonna, let's see if he wants to shield. He does shield. He should outpace it. Let's see, the opponent does maybe snipe, and the opponent doesn't snipe, so this is good for him. He can now have alignment because definitely Machamp doesn't want to see that Sylveon. He now comes in with a Giratina. This is not so good, but he does have the Machamp now having payback. We're gonna definitely see a payback landing here. Let's see how much damage it does. Can it one-shot a Giratina from this range? And here comes a payback. Let's see how much damage does this do. And barely takes it out. He switches out into Sylveon. He's now going to come in with his Skuntank and should throw the Sludge Bomb, and then that should be GG's because nothing that the Giratina can throw that's going to hurt the Skuntank. Next matchup, we have Skuntank against Swampert. This is not good for him. He goes straight into his Machamp. Opponent going to fire for charge move here before probably dipping out. If the opponent doesn't go out there, he's now going to go for a cross chop. Let's see if the opponent does want to shield. Maybe he's got another answer there in the back for Skuntank. He's a CMP tie. Good count in there from Mr. Blom. He's now going to fire for charge move there. It is the Hydro Cannon. He's 2 shields down. He's now going to throw his charge move here. Let's see if he wants to shield. Swampert can shield basically and throw now the Hydro Cannon and then take out the Machamp. What does he come back? Oh, barely takes it out. Surviving with 1 HP, getting to this cross chop to take out the Hydro Cannon. That's how good his switch going to be for him. Actually, it is quite good because we don't want to see Sirfetched on Charizard. Can Skuntank take a blast, but I'm sure Bing XL can definitely take it. Look at that, in the red only. Yeah, he's now going to go for a Sludge Bomb. This should bring this Charizard quite low. Barely almost takes it out, but the opponent doesn't switch out there. And in the back, he's got a Obstagoon, and the Obstagoon's gonna be shredded, and no matter what the Obstagoon throws, there's nothing he can do. He can obstruct. It's okay. 1 Leaf Blade should bring him close, and then a counter should take him out for sure. And maybe 2 counters or even 3 counters, but the opponent still throws another charge move. Let's see, it is the Night Slash, but can't do nothing to him, and that should be GG's. Jumping to the next matchup, Skuntank against Cresselia. This is somewhat good for him. His 2 back Pokemon don't want to see the Cresselia for sure. At least he can hit for super effective with the crunch damage. Let's see how much a Moonblast does. He actually goes for a Grass Knot bait. Quite odd there from the opponent. I think you go straight Moonblast, you don't bait here. Hopefully you can also get a debuff. He goes for the crunch, he gets no debuff on his side. Going for another crunch, just look like a CMP tie. Let's see if the opponent wants to shield again. Generally it's not a good thing to shield the first crunch in case you get a debuff, because then the second one doesn't do much damage. You generally shield the second one. The opponent now does throw a charge move. I did not see if that looked like Future Sight maybe, or was it a Moonblast. Opponent now going to fire for charge move. It is a Grass Knot again. He doesn't need to shield. He's going to go straight for this crunch. Does the opponent want to shield? He doesn't want to shield. And then he comes back in with his Obstagoon. He comes in with the Obstagoon. He's got 2 answers for Obstagoon. Opponent now comes in with a Nihilego. He's going to now go straight for the cross chop. Even though this is resisted, or it does actually neutral, it should take it out, but the opponent does shield it there on his side. He's now gonna fire for charge move. It is a Rock Slide, doesn't do much damage, but he can do 1 poison jab and then take it out. He comes in with the Sirfetched here looking to get some energy, and obviously he's got the Obstagoon in the back. No matter what the Obstagoon throws, it won't take him out unless he's got a Gunk Shot, but obviously he's got 2 shields, and this should be GG's. Very well played. Counter does go through there, so he shields it, and that's game over. Next matchup here, we have Skuntank against Gengar. This is good for him as he resists everything Gengar has to throw unless he's got the Focus Blast. Opponent wants to swap out. He swaps out into a Trevenant. That's not a great matchup for Trevenant as well. He goes straight for the crunch. He gets the debuff. He can now safely no shield, nothing, and go straight for the farm down, and then have tons of energy for whatever does come back in. Let's see what the opponent comes back in. He comes in with a Talonflame. He does a perfect timing there to not give him a free Incinerate. Gonna throw the crunch. Does he get a debuff? He doesn't. He switches out into his Shadow Machamp. Opponent look like a CMP tie there. He's gonna shield. He's gonna let the charge move come through. This should be the Flame Charge, which doesn't do, it actually does quite a decent amount of damage to Shadow Machamp, and he managed to farm down. Is he gonna shield us? I don't think he can shield it. He's got only 1 good answer to both the Pokemon, so he's just gonna allow this to die, and the opponent actually fires off a charge move, thinking maybe he might have Night Slash, and then the Shadow Punch takes him out. and now he can get safely to 2 crunches here, and that should be GG's. So the first one, the opponent does shield it, definitely has to shield it. He's gonna fire off a charge move. Even if he throws 3 shadow punches, he can shield 2. And I think the last one maybe will take him out, but this is a CMP here, and this crunch just should take out the Gengar from this range. Even if he does, I think 1-2 poison just should take it out, and if he does take it out, that should be GG's. Next matchup, we have Skuntank against the Walrein. He's got 2 answers for Walrein. He switches out to look like the opponent leg slightly there. Opponent comes in now here with the armored Mewtwo. You can see his confusions are chunking. He goes for the leaf blade. The opponent no shields it. Maybe should have gone straight for the brave bird there. Is the opponent look to farm down? Look like Mr. Blom was a bit scared there to go for the hard-hitting move. Maybe thought he couldn't get there. I think the confusion that went through would have allowed him not to get there. He throws a side strike against the Skuntank. Maybe think he might have Earthquake. Usually Armored Mewtwo runs side strike as well as dynamic punch, but you'll get some brave hearts there that's running Earthquake. He's gonna go 3 for a crunch. This should take him out. He's definitely gonna wanna come back with the Walrein. Let's see what he's gonna try to do. Is he gonna try and catch you on his side? He goes straight for the Sludge Bomb, deals a bit more damage to the Walrein. The opponent no shield it. Is he gonna shield it? He's no shielding it. I think the opponent's gonna bait, but the opponent doesn't bait. Goes straight for the Earthquake. What's in the back? In the back he's got a Scizor. This is good for Shadow Machamp as he deals neutral with this counters. He no shields it on top of it. The opponent now gonna fire off a charge move. Does he shield? He actually does shield. He gets a message there. He's a Night Slash. Can he counter down? And he barely manages to counter down before the opponent gets to a charge move, and that should be GG's. Very well played. I must say he did pretty well with this team. He told me he went 8-0, as we can see we're showcasing here. Very if I can say, spicy team. We don't really see Skuntank in Ultra League because you need all that extra candy, as well as having Sirfetched and Shadow Machamp. Shadow Machamp, definitely love him, putting in work as well. Good luck again. I see you almost hitting your elo. Hopefully you do manage to break the elo quite nicely, and then good luck on your push to then veteran. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.